All right. I think we are good to go and go live. So we'll be going live on all platforms, guys. Can be a little bit more of a serious live stream today. I mean, a lot of our stuff is serious, let's be honest. But it's been a crazy week. It's been a intense and crazy week. I said I wasn't really going to talk about it too much. Since we did, with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, but that's just one aspect of things. There's been a bunch of crazy shit happening this week, right? And I think that whole Charlie Kirk thing is what's putting a head on things, and we need to talk about it, guys. I mean, it's just there's a lot of beliefs I have out there, right? This isn't going to be a thing about beliefs. This is going to be a thing about just quite simply what's going to happen, okay? And I need to talk about this because this is all about standards, guys. Like a big thing with my whole thing, we call my system the Savage Standard for a reason, right? Like you guys know this, I have a shirt that I just got done getting made. If you guys don't know, right? These aren't for sale, by the way, but that's a whole different point. But this is the whole basis of how I train people to better their lives. And it's not just a small group of people. I mean, we're talking about 30 plus people. And again, I've been training people for over a decade. All right. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people completely change their lives. And I'm seeing a pattern in America, and we need to talk about it. It's just something that needs to be talked about, and it's going to be one of those things, guys, quite frankly, what I'm going to be talking about is the cowardice of the silent majority, okay? And I'm going to be talking about and I'm talking about this in a way as coming from someone who used to be a big part of the silent majority, right? I'm one of those guys that, obviously I have my own opinions on things. And I'm not really someone, you guys know who I am. I'm very blunt about my beliefs and what I tell you guys everything, right? I'm very blunt about a lot of the stuff I talk about. But when it comes to politics, I don't, when it comes to the stuff I put out there, I don't like delving too deep into that because I am genuinely one of those people who is a little bit more moderate in every aspect of the sense. I see things from both the left and the right sides, right? I am very much a centralist, but that doesn't cut shit anymore, guys. Being a centralist is not going to help you. Being someone who doesn't want to be part of the fight isn't going to stop things from happening. Okay? You are going to get drugged through history. Regardless of what you want to happen, you are going to get drugged through history. And it's either you make a decision on what you want and be okay with being on the wrong side if that's what that means and changing your decision later, but not making a decision now. To say, because this is what I'm seeing, guys. I'm seeing a lot of people from the left quite literally just give up their stance, and they're saying stuff along the lines of, and again, this is not, I don't like to get political a lot with this stuff, but it's time to draw a line in the sand, guys. It's time to draw a fucking line in the sand. The stuff I've seen this week, the stuff, everyone saw that. Everyone saw that. There's not one person here that didn't see that shit. Okay, we're talking about, of course, the Charlie Kirk thing. Right? There were kids just sitting in fucking lunch who were scrolling on Instagram and saw that shit. Everyone saw that. The whole world, not just America, the whole fucking world saw that. Again, guys, listen, I'm not saying there's not other bad stuff going on in this world right now. If you do not understand the gravity of what just fucking happened, you are about to get taken through a fucking whirlwind. You are about to get taken through craziness because you are just, your eyes are so closed, you don't know what's about to fucking happen. It doesn't matter whether you lean left or right, okay? The fact of the matter is, stuff is about to change. The whole world saw that. There are people in New Zealand doing fucking hakas over Charlie Kirk, okay? That's, of course, we got a lot of other stuff too. That whole thing on the fucking train with that girl, right? Again, the reason we're even talking about this right now is, guys, you need to understand that I have standards. There is something we call the Savage Standard that I live by. It's literally on the back of my fucking shirt right now. Okay, I live by this. This is how I help people become better in their lives, to get out of the slump they've been living in, right? A lot of these patterns that get people in this slump are the same patterns I'm seeing in America right now. And the reality is America's cup is low. What do I mean by that? America's cup has been poured out just completely bone dry. That means there's no more to give. There's no more empathy or sympathy that's going to get across to these other countries outside of America. There's nothing left to give. Our own people are having a hard time taking care of themselves. There's no more than pour the fuck out. You guys see what I'm saying here? This is a prime thing I talk about with my clients, is that if you can't take care of yourself, you should not be trying to take care of other people. Because you can't even take care of your fucking self. This is a pattern I'm seeing. It's very evident. Okay, this is why we're talking about it, because this is the kind of way I train my people. And unfortunately, this is going to come across as super, as conservative. And I'm not even that kind of guy. But again, guys, it's time to choose a side. It is time to choose a side. And I'm not saying it's about right or left. I'm saying it's time to choose a side. You cannot be a silent person anymore. You can't. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's just being a pussy. You're being a coward. You don't want to be wrong. You don't want to be fucking associated with a certain side because you're afraid of what's going to happen to you. And again, that's the sense of the word, guys. You're being a pussy. Okay, you have to choose. And unfortunately, I am going to have to choose that side for me. I'm leaning more conservative. Okay, I am not even that kind of dude. I'll be honest. When I was in high school, I used to be that kind of guy. This literally happened. There were people who used to, I used to defend gay people. Back in my day, in the end of high school, people were the whole gay thing was a problem. There was people being bullied for being gay. Not necessarily bullied, but there was definitely talk, right? There was definitely this and that, and I would always defend it. Right? Even in my group of peers, I'm so against silence. Even in the middle of my group of peers, I would have whole ass debates with them about how, because they would have this whole argument about things that, whatever the case may be. You got to understand who you're talking to when you're listening to me about this stuff. I'm the kind of guy that was, a lot of my friends thought I was left leaning in high school. And that's just simply not because it's because I wasn't afraid to debate with them, right? The pendulum has officially shifted. It is officially shifted, okay? And the reason I'm bringing this up, guys, is that there's a very good, and I'm so happy, my AP U.S. history teacher, even though I'd never agreed with her with a lot of stuff back then, she made me read this essay back in the day, and it brings me all back to this stuff. The essay is called Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Now, I'm not going to read the whole fucking essay to you guys because it's a 47-page essay, but I'll give you a brief summary, just AI summary of what it is. In Common Sense, Thomas Paine, and this is, again, if you guys want to understand where this is coming from, this guy wrote this during the American Revolution. This is when we were fighting England, okay? We're talking 1776, baby. This is what America was founded on, okay? In Common Sense, Thomas Paine strongly criticized the colonists who refused to choose a side in the conflict with Great Britain, reframing their neutrality as cowardly and dangerous. He argues that refusing to declare for independence is a betrayal of the cause and only serves to help the enemy. Paine vehemently rejects the idea of reconciliation with Britain, viewing it as a fallacious dream. He questions how anyone could love or serve the power that brought war to their land after experiencing its brutality, right? He deeply condemns those who remain loyal to the British Crown or stay neutral, especially after the conflict had begun. Guys, many of you are going neutral because you don't want to be pinpointed out. Many of you are going neutral because you're afraid of what other people are going to say to you. Many of you are going neutral because you don't want that smoke. Guess what, dude? This is fucking America. This is fucking America. Okay? You gotta choose a side. And I understand where I used to be this guy. I used to be the guy who used to be like, oh, I don't want to choose. I don't want to get caught up or wrapped up in this mess. You're wrapped up in it, motherfucker. You live here. This is your home. What are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Are you seriously so fucking, are you so idiotic that you don't understand that, if you do not choose, the choice is going to be made for you? And then you're just going to sit there and complain. No, I'll be goddamned. Okay, that is fucking crazy. That's a stupid way of thinking. I understand where you're coming from. You're scared. But guess what, motherfucker? It's time to understand. If you didn't see that fucking video, okay, if you haven't seen the video of that girl or of Charlie Kirk getting shot, okay, you need to go fucking watch it. Okay? I know there's a lot of people out there going I can't believe we're watching all this stuff. This is crazy. You need to see it. Some of you guys have no idea what real life is. That's real. That shit happens. That's what real life is. And a lot of you guys would rather go debate or act like you don't care instead of dealing with the stuff that's going on. Or what's worse, I'll tell you what really drives me nuts. When people are talking about stuff, and this is going to be very polarizing, when people are talking about Israel, Palestine, China, whatever the fuck. That's not here. We have people dying here. We have kids dying here. This is our home. You're watching your fucking home on fire. And you'd rather be concerned about your neighbors? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you crazy? What the fuck is wrong with you people? I'm making this so you guys understand my stance because, again, man, I have a fucking standard. And we take care of ourselves before we start worrying about all other people, because who the fuck are you to try and take care of anyone when you can't take care of yourself? Who the fuck are you? That is a crazy opposition to take. That is what it is. It's a lazy opposition to take when you don't do anything. Okay, listen, I'm not even very conservative. I'm not in any way, shape, or form. But we need to focus on we need to focus on America right now. We need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on strengthening our families. Like, what is going on? Okay, like, I'm drawing a line in the fucking sand, y'all. I'm done. This whole week has made it where I'm done. And guys, it's been a great week for me. I got these new shirts in. I made my first 10K month. Yesterday, I literally looked on PayPal, made my first 10K in 30 days. It's been a great week for me, but I don't care. Like, fuck it. I don't fucking care. Like, this is shit that, like, I've got to draw a line in the sand for you guys to understand what I'm saying here. I don't care if you're left or right. I care if you're not making a side. If you're not choosing, if you're being a fucking pussy and not choosing. Okay? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And I get it. I get you're scared. I get you're afraid of other people's opinions coming at you. I get you're afraid of the consequences of showing your belief. But goddamn, dude, I don't want to be with someone who's afraid of that shit. I don't want to be around those type of people. They're cowards. The worst decisions of humankind are made from these kinds of people. The worst decisions are made from fear. Why did Hitler kill Jews? Fear. Okay, like, come on. Come on. This is just ridiculous. And guys, again, I don't want y'all to, like, sit here and think I'm like, oh, I won't talk to you if you're left. Oh, I won't talk to you. Like, that's not what this is about. The fact remains is that you need to take a side. You need to hold a fucking standard. America is demanding a standard, and there's none. Guys, I know what the problem is when there's no standards, okay? This is what I do for a fucking living. When there's no standards, shit crumbles, and there's no standards right now. There's no, oh, I'm going to make sure that I can take care of my family so that they provide for our community so that we can have a good country and so that country can provide for other countries. But it can't. We got too many fucking problems right now. We got problems with our kids. We got problems with all this violence going on around here. Like, we've got all kinds of fucking shit going. We got people fucking shooting other people for different opinions. Like, dude, no. Quite frankly, I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about the Israel-Palestine bullshit because I care about here right now because there's kids dying here right now. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is crazy. Y'all are crazy. Like, I'm sorry, but that is just fucking, it's insane. And I've got to draw a line. You guys need to know how I feel about this, okay? I am so blunt with you guys about everything. And I'm not going to hold this back. I am not going to be part of that silent majority that's afraid of sharing my opinion because of what the other, out of fear, out of being a fucking pussy. Okay, I get it. Again, you're afraid. You're afraid. But you got to throw that shit to the curb, bro. Most people are afraid to show themselves up to the gym for the first day. Most people are afraid of jumping on a diet. Okay? That doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. It's to stay away from the stuff you're afraid of. Like, guys, come on. We have to have strength. Okay, we've been conditioned to think selfless equals good. That's a huge lie. Okay, and I'll go ahead and tell you, like, guys, this isn't the stuff I'm throwing around. These are facts, okay? These are literally, they have words for this kind of shit. All right? Like, for example, we're talking about stuff like when you're just giving, and you're not taking care of yourself, right? Guys, that's a martyr complex. You guys don't know what a martyr complex is? It's basically, give yourself to no end so that you look better. That is not about other people. That's about you looking better for other people. That is not about anything that's actually good. That's about you. Okay? It's called a martyr complex. It's fucking disgusting. Right? Another way you can think about this is, what I call it is just toxic, what's the word I used up earlier? I had it written down. I literally wrote it down. What did I say? Toxic. First of all, it's definitely codependence. One thing. What the hell did I fucking call that shit? Because I wrote it down. Whatever the case, you guys, it's toxic. At the end of the day, it's toxic, right? We need to understand this kind of stuff, guys, because the reason it is toxic is because it quite literally destroys you to a point to where you can't help other guys. You can only help as much as you have. And if you're pouring your cup out, you've got nothing left. You've got no more energy to give, right? We gotta make sure you're pouring that into the right fucking things, not into energy of like stuff that doesn't even affect you on a day-by-day basis. I get it. It's awful. There are awful things going on in this world. I'll give you a fucking little piece of advice, champ. It's always been that way. It's never not been that way. This ain't fucking heaven. You're not in heaven. This is the planet Earth, okay? Shit happens. Shit goes down here on Earth. Is that a surprise? Is that not something we've already always known? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, there's bad stuff that goes on in this world. Look back 100 years ago, I promise you it was 10 times worse. Look back 1,000 years ago, I promise you it was 100 times worse, okay? It doesn't mean it's not getting better. It doesn't mean the world is ending. What it means is that change needs to start. And it needs to start when it comes down to what we are doing with ourselves on an individual basis. And what we're doing on an individual basis is we're pouring out sympathy and empathy to a point that it's toxic. It's toxic for you. It's enabling other people to make the wrong decisions with their life. Like, guys, there are so many things I'm about to start popping out on some live streams about because I'm tired of like being quiet about it because for whatever reason, right? Because I don't want to deal with the backlash. I welcome it. You guys ought to know I've posted many different opinions on here before. I welcome backlash. Please have a debate with me, okay? But at the end of the day, it's not even about that. Again, what we need to focus on here is focusing on ourselves. It's not about left or right. It's about America healing. And it cannot heal with an empty cup. It's impossible to heal with an empty cup. You are responsible for your life, and it's not going to fucking change by you worrying about the whole world. Okay, guys, newsflash, you're going to get that information to you at all times about anything that's going on in the world at a moment's notice because you have a phone. Okay, it's not because the world's getting worse. It's that the information you're exposed to on a day-by-day basis is getting more and more. You're able to see the niche things that happen everywhere on Earth at all times. That does not mean the planet's getting worse. It means that you have more access to information. That's all that means. And because of that, people use that to spin that on you and make you overtly empathetic to the point that like you can't even take care of yourself, which leaves you powerless. That is not okay. You guys need to hear someone say this shit. For real. Like, I hope to God there are more people coming out and saying shit like this, because there were a lot I was part of that silent majority, man, where like, I was like, oh, I just don't want to deal with it. I need to focus on my business, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. Fuck that. Like, straight up, dude. Like, again, there are a lot of people out here, because let's be honest, man, I don't want no pussy who's afraid to speak in their mind in my training. I don't want no pussies in my training. This is the savage fucking standard. I don't need you. I don't need anyone who's afraid of that shit. I don't need anyone who's afraid of standing up for themselves. I don't need anyone who's afraid of defending a little girl on a fucking train. Okay? I want those people fucking out of here. I want nothing to do with you. There needs to be like, guys, this is the reason. This is the reason. This is what people do not under fucking stand. Okay? At the end of the day, whether or not you like choose a side or not, if you decide to just be quiet and let nothing, like not voice your opinions, not say how you believe, whatever the case may be, right? What ends up happening is you stay quiet and you're going to get dragged through history regardless of what you think. So you can either fight for what you believe or you can get dragged along regardless. There is no choice. Okay? Again, this is not heaven. You are not in heaven. This is not the Garden of Eden. This is planet Earth. Okay? What you guys have got to understand here is that this was never meant to be fucking easy. Life is not easy. It never was meant to be easy. It is a battleground. Okay? I've never not thought that. I find it crazy to believe that people think that like everything's just supposed to be perfect all the time, or that you even think that it's ever going to be that way. Because if it ever was, what a lot of you guys, and we need to do another live stream on this because I've done this, I've talked about this before. Evil is necessary in this or on this planet. It's necessary. There is a thing called necessary evil. There is never going to be a time when there's not evil on this planet. Never, ever, ever, never, fucking ever. Because what that means is you take away constraint. And when you take away constraint, it's no different than taking a guy who bodybuilds outside of a gym. How is he supposed to keep those muscles, Jack? He doesn't have constraint. He doesn't have anything like demanding that he keeps that muscle. Just like there's no one demanding that good be done because there's no evil in the world. You guys see, there's a yin and yang to everything. And that is what that is. Okay? It is never going to be fucking perfect. Stop trying to act like you want this perfect utopia. It's not going to happen. That's the end of any progress. That's the end of evolution. Creatures don't evolve because things are hokey-dory. Creatures evolve because things are hard. People evolve because things are tough. Not because things are okay, hokey-dokey all the fucking time, guys. And I think that a lot of people are really fucking stuck in their lives right now because they think that there's no hope. They think that there's no path forward. And there always has been. There always will be. But you have to make sure you choose a fucking side. Because what I guarantee you is going to stall your progress is more than anything, right? Is you doing fucking nothing. You saying fucking nothing. You not making the decision to take a stand for what you believe in. That's going to change absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? At the very same thing as if you're like a fat person, right? You can sit here and you can do fucking nothing and nothing's going to change. Or you can make an action and either go towards what you're trying to go towards, or you can dig the hole deeper until eventually you decide, okay, enough's enough, and you go that way anyways. Guys, you gotta stop being afraid of being wrong. Stop running your life off fear. That is what's holding a majority of you people back. You're scared. And I get it. It's okay to be scared. But it's not okay to let fear hold you back. That's the difference. That's the difference between being courageous and being fearful. It's not like courageous people aren't scared. They just do it anyways. That's the matter of fact. Okay? So I need you guys to understand right the fuck now. This is not about left or right. Okay? Leaning conservative for me doesn't mean I stop thinking for myself. Okay? It just means that it's time for a new wave. That's the belief I'm with right now. It's straight up. I felt the same way about the blue wave after the Bush administration. Right? No one's surprised. No one nowadays, I mean, unless you're just extremists, but a majority of people, even a lot of conservatives, will straight up tell you Bush wasn't the best. Okay? It was time for a blue wave. Guys, it doesn't matter. Again, this is the problem with not speaking your mind. It doesn't matter what any of y'all think. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter if I was like the most liberal person of all time. After what happened this week, there is a red wave coming, and there's nothing you guys can do to stop it. It does not matter what you think. It does not matter what I think. This is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. It does not, if you don't speak up your voice, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter. The decision has been made for you. Culture has been made, the culture decision has been made for you. And it's very evident based off of what I've been seeing online. It's very evident based off of other people making videos just like I am right now. It's coming. Like for the next 10 years, I'm sorry, liberals, like, and I'm not super anti. There are a lot of liberal views that I actually agree with, okay? It's done. It's done. You guys are done. It's done. There's nothing you can say, do, or there's nothing you can do about it. It's done. Now, you can go out there and debate. You can go out there and you can say what you believe in. I encourage you to do so. But do not sit here and not take a side because you're afraid. You have to pick a side, okay? For me, it's definitely going to be the more conservative way, unfortunately. I say that. It's not unfortunate. I just think for myself, there's a lot of stuff that, like, of views out there, right? But, like, at the same time, like, it's not, guys, this is a two-party system, okay? You got to make a choice. And that, honestly, I used to think that that was a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, okay? You need two ideas going head-to-head, okay? There's not going to be one party or one group of people that's going to believe in every single thing you believe in. They're just not. There never will be. There never will be. Otherwise, they would be you and not a group. Okay? So you have to make a choice. You have to stand up for what you believe in. Again, Tom, we've known this for hundreds of years, guys. This is why Thomas Paine made this essay, Common Sense. Go read it. It's a great essay. At the time when I read it in high school, I thought it was a bunch of bullshit. Because again, I was stuck into that mindset. I was like, I'm not going to get caught up in something I don't care about. But guys, you don't get to just fucking live here and act like you don't care about it. You do care about it. It's your home. You're watching your home be set on fire and do nothing about it. That's crazy talk. Okay? And it took this kind of matter for this to like finally make me say, okay, I'm done. I'm done. But like, it's going to be the same thing when it comes down to like the transgender issue. I'm going to be bringing that up more because guys, let's be real, guys. I know more than a lot of you fuckers about testosterone and estrogen. I've actually based my whole fucking professionalism, my whole fucking career off of knowing how that shit works, actually. Okay? So when it comes down to that shit, I'm sorry, I don't support it. I don't support literally toxifying other people's minds. That's one case in point, okay? Now, this isn't going to turn into some kind of like, I'm going to be like a guy who just talks about conservative stuff all the time. No, I'm just going to talk about what the fuck I believe in, period. Okay? Period. And it's about making you sure you choose a fucking side, guys. Because if you don't do that, I promise you're just going to get dragged through history, and there is no hope for people like that. There's no reason to hope for anything. There's no side on your side, okay? And the problem with this is, guys, when it comes down to making progress in this nation, to making sure that America heals, to making sure that the families heal, it comes down to you have to pick a side, and even if you're wrong, you have to commit, okay? Even if you're wrong, change your mind and switch, okay? But don't sit here and play like, oh, I'm not going to play the side. I'm not going to be involved. It's not a decision. You're involved. You live here. It's not a decision. And if you don't do something about it, if you don't let your voice be heard, right, that decision will get made for you. There will be absolutely nothing you can do about it. Just like this whole, like I said, guys, there's nothing anyone can say. There is a red wave coming. I don't care what anyone said. People are tired. A whole generation of kids who just watch all this happen. Yeah, that's the crazy thing, guys. I'm seeing a lot of this talk come from kids who are in school and they're done. They're done. The liberal side is done for a little bit. I'm telling you, like, what you guys see online is a lot of extremist views, because extremist views are what get a lot of attention and a lot of clicks. But I'm telling you right now, just based off of what I'm seeing, it's coming. It's coming. And there's nothing you guys can say to do, or nothing I can say about it. There's nothing anyone can say about it. The decision has been made, okay? So you guys got to understand that going in. The reason I talk about this is because, again, guys, when it comes to my training and what I do, I hold things to a fucking standard. There are no standards in America right now. No one has constraints. No one has rules. No one has a standard to live by anymore, and now they're confused, they're depressed, they're anxious, they don't know what to fucking do with their lives. And that's why you don't have constraints. You don't have, guys, again, I do this for a fucking living to help people get through their lives better, to help decrease anxiety, decrease depression, increase the likelihood that you have hope in your life, right? Increase the likelihood that you're going to live a long and powerful life where you get to see the fucking world and actually see what this whole God-given thing is all about, right? But at the same time, guys, like, you cannot be afraid to voice your opinion, and you cannot, absolutely cannot live your life without standards. And you cannot keep giving from an empty cup. It doesn't work that way. I get it. I want to be empathetic all the time too. It makes me feel good about myself, but that's about you, not about what's real. That's about making you feel good, not about making the world better. That's different. That's a whole different fucking thing. Most people get stuck trying to be empathetic and sympathetic, not because it's the right thing to do, but because it makes them feel good. And by default, that is a selfish thing to do. And not only that, you're being manipulated into caring about stuff that's not even involving you. Do you guys not see this? Do you not understand the power of manipulate, like the psychological power of sympathy and empathy? How easy it is to get people to manipulate you with that. Because guys, As much as people want to go around and be like, oh, I'm an empath. We're all empathy. You're a human being. We're all that way. We are all that way. I know it's easy to believe you aren't, like other people outside your group aren't. That's not because they aren't. It's because you're being tribal, which is also human. You're being a tribal person. You're thinking, oh, they're not on my side. They're on their side. You're no different. You're no better than a sports fan literally screaming at a kid from the other team. You are not a better person than that. Okay, you're getting stuck and manipulated with, and yet people are using Bene Gesserit. You guys have ever seen Dune? They're using Bene Gesserit tricks on you guys to make sure that you're fucking staying manipulated and stuck and feeling empathetic and making decisions based off of empathy, not logic. That's a problem. This is the reason, guys. You do the same thing with anything, right? How many of you guys have given like $10 to a homeless person before? And it's like, oh, this is going to make me feel good. This person needs it. Just for them to be like, hey, you got more? Guys, this is not a thing to take lightly. This is how you are being manipulated to make decisions in your life. And a lot of them are toxic to you. A lot of them are holding you back. A lot of them are limiting your own belief system. And that's a problem for me. That's a fucking problem. Because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of seeing weak motherfuckers, scared motherfuckers do nothing. And I'm not going to stand for that shit anymore. I'm holding a standard. This is why we call it the savage fucking standard. We hold the goddamn ground. We do not hold back. We hold the goddamn ground. And I will always hold the damn ground. I don't care if I don't care if someone starts trying to come after me. Bring it on, buddy. I don't care. I do not care. You're talking to the wrong fucker, Jack. I will, don't even get me started. Anyways, got me all fired up. I gotta be careful. I knew I was gonna get fired up talking about this shit today, guys, because at the end of the day, a lot of you guys are probably not even gonna like me anymore after watching this because I voiced my opinion, right? But the reality is, guys, you don't even realize it, but the people you're living in your own house with probably don't have the same opinions as you. Get over it, okay? Like, at the end of the day, I help people. And I not only do I help people, I have given up everything to help people. I've given up everything. I used to have to heat my house with a fucking gas oven because I couldn't pay the fucking electric bill. Okay? I've sacrificed everything to help people. And it's not out of empathy. It's because it is straightly because it's what I think needs to be done for people. It's not about making me feel good, even though that does, right? There are a lot of things that make me feel good. Eating candy bars make me feel good too. You don't see me eating those all day, do you? Okay? Fucking A, guys. You got to stop basing things off of feelings and think. Think about what's going on right now. And again, I need you guys to also at the same time, I may be saying I'm a right-leaning right now. Do not hesitate. Do not make the, I don't want you guys to think that it doesn't mean I will ever not go a little bit more left-leaning at some points later down the road. That is not what that means. It just means I am simply taking a side right here in the moment based off of what is going on. That's it. It doesn't mean I'm a left or right-leaning person. It means I'm a central person who is going with the right now. Period. That's what that means. Just like, again, I was a central person going with the left whenever Bush got out of his administration. Okay? It is not about left or right or who you are as a person. It is about making the right choice and what you believe to be the right choice, regardless of what other people are going to think about you. You have to be that way. You have to. This is your home. A lot of us are watching our homes on fire right now. Put the fucking fire out, guys. Put the fucking fire out. Make a fucking choice. Stop hesitating. Hesitation is death. That is a saying in MMA. Hesitation is death. It's the most real thing you could possibly do. Because if you hesitate for a second, if you want to sit here and be a silent, silent majority for a second, or if you want to be a quiet person for a second in a fight, you're going to get the shit knocked out of you. Decision will be made for you. That's real life. Okay, I can't tell you guys how many times, and listen, I know this is going to sound scary and brutal for a lot of you guys watching this, but I'm not alone when I say this shit, okay? A lot of people online are like this as well. When that Charlie Kirk video came out, when that video of that girl who got stabbed in the neck came out, I watched that video over and over and over and over and over again. I ingrain that fucking shit so I don't ever fucking forget what real life is. Don't ever fucking forget that. A lot of you guys fucking forget that shit. You forget that can happen. You forget that's real life. Don't ever fucking forget that. Yeah, was that hard for some of you guys to watch? I bet it was. Some of you guys have never seen real life before. I'm not saying that was easy for me to watch. I'm saying that I'll watch it as many times as I fucking have to remember how that emotion that comes out, that injustice feeling that comes out. Because that is why I fucking do what I do. That's why I show up every day. That is why I do what I fucking do. I'm thinking about it right now. It makes me so fucking fired up. And what goes through my mind, even just thinking about that girl getting stabbed, is not, oh my God, run away. If I'm in that decision, I'm taking the blade through the fucking hand. I will take it through the whole fucking hand. I can imagine it right fucking now. I'll do it in a heartbeat and bite that dude in the fucking face. Rip his fucking face off. Does that sound brutal? That's real life. That's real. Okay, listen, unfortunately, some brutal things need to be met with brutal things because guess what? That little girl died with nobody. Nobody was there. Nobody helped her because of fear. Fuck that. Fuck everything about that. I do not stand for it. I do not stand living life based off of fear. I stand living life based out of courageousness, out of making sure I don't care what happens to me. If I see some injustice, I stand the fuck up and I do something about it. I don't care what happens to me. Okay? Like, God dang, dude. Like, that's really what really got me irritated. Seeing those dudes just sit there and do nothing. Seeing that lady sit there and not even help that little girl. What the fuck, guys? That was in North Carolina. That was in a southern state. What the fuck? That is not acceptable. That is not an acceptable American thing to do. I refuse. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to hold this line. Oh boy, I'm going to hold this fucking line. I will tell people no to my training. I will tell people no to I will block people from being able to access my fucking help. Because I put this all out for free. But damn, dude, you're going to be acting like that. I don't want you. You're not getting my help. I hope evolution takes you and gets you stuck in this fucking dopamine cycle. You don't know how to get out because you run off of fear, and evolution will take your ass the fuck out. You'll get a heart attack and die from obesity. You can go ahead and do that because you're running based off of fear. That's not the kind of future I want for my children. It's not the future I want for my niece and nephews. I don't want that kind of shit around. And it doesn't mean I go around beating people up. It means let them fucking kill themselves. Straight up. Straight up. Because that's what happens. Guys, that may sound brutal. That's what happens. Guys, you don't take care of this stuff. You don't set standards. Guys, that's what these are for. Like, I know it sounds brutal and harsh for me, but that is just that's not me saying an opinion. That's what will happen. That is evolution at play. Okay? You don't if you run based off of fear, if you do things based off of, oh, I just want to feel good all the time, you sit there and you eat candy bars and you don't exercise all day, guess what? It's gonna kill you. Evolution's taking its course, Jack. That's not me being mean. That is me telling you the truth. That is what will happen. And people will sit there and go, oh my God, that just sounds so rude, blah, 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 blah. You don't know reality, Jack. Go watch those videos a few times. That's in your own fucking country. That's around the corner. That's in your neighborhood. Okay? Stop. You gotta stop. We gotta stop with this fear bullshit. Okay, I get it. It's easy to be scared. It's easy. It's easy to make decisions based off of fear. It doesn't mean it's the right choice. Okay? The people around me, I am very, very particular about the circle of people I will let be around me. I am extremely fucking particular. Okay? If I see that shit, I'm out. You don't get to see my shit. You don't get the fucking train. You'll never train with me. I don't care how much money. Again, guys, I make plenty of money. I made $10K this last month. Okay? A lot of you guys, some of you guys out there have no idea how much this is a six-figure business I'm running. Okay? A lot of you guys are out there thinking this is some kind of fucking side job. No. This is a very serious, very successful business. I make more than most trainers out there because I'm good as fuck at what I do. Good as fuck at what I do. Okay? There's not anyone in Arkansas right now that can beat me. I'll tell you that right now. There's not. I'm good at what I do because I hold the fucking standard. I've got a $10K a month business because I hold the fucking standard. I've got client results that speak louder than any words you guys could speak because of my fucking standards. Hold the goddamn line, guys. Hold it. That's all I've got. If I keep going, dude, I'm just gonna sit here and fucking ramble. You guys need to understand where I'm at on this. Okay? You need to understand this is an American issue. This is not a left or right issue. This is an American issue that we got going on right now. And we've got to set some fucking standards. Because like I said, guys, that for those guys who are all like who are on the left and or who are people who are centralists, who are trying to sit here and say, like, I'm gonna be a silent part of this majority. The silent majority, I think, is done, y'all. The red wave is coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you could do. Even if I was the most left-leaning person ever, there's nothing. There's nothing. You can't. Some of you guys have no idea just how what fucking can of worms just opened based off of that. Because a lot of you guys aren't really, and I'm talking about the Charlie Kirk death. Like, again, it's not like I wasn't a fan of his. I didn't watch his stuff at all. I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff he said. But what you guys are, there are people out here who just they're not comprehending this. You're not comprehending this. You're not comprehending the fact, like, yes, I understand there was a shooting right after that, right? School shooting. Yes, I understand there were other things going on, right? What you're not putting together is the social, like, you're not understanding, like, people who are saying this shit are not understanding human beings on a psychological level. And I do this every fucking day, okay? I deal with a lot of people, I deal with a group of 30 people at the same time psychologically, okay? I've got to make them show up for their workouts. I can't just give them a workout program and then just expect them to show up. I got to make sure they're doing that, right? A big part of that is understanding the psychology that's going on behind this. And a lot of you guys have no fucking idea what can of worms just opened up. Like, I get it. Yeah, that school shooting was bad. Yeah, I get it. That stabbing was bad. It was awful. That one really pissed me. That's what really got me upset. But, like, what you guys are not comprehending is just the fact that, like, dude, like, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. And not only that, everyone saw that video. Everyone saw that video. I'm talking kids at lunch. I'm talking people who are going to fucking adults going to lunch. People who have never seen that kind of thing before. Ever. And guys, we're all going through like worldwide trauma right now from watching that video. If you saw the close-up video of that video, you know what I'm talking about. And I think most of you probably fucking have. Most of you know what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't even matter what you fucking felt about it. Most of you probably saw it and you've never seen stuff like that before. And I'm not that kind. I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff before because believe it or not, guys, I was in the medical field for a long time. I've been actually shot before, technically. I've obviously MMA fights, you know, I had to get stitches in my eyeball. Like, I've seen a lot of gruesome shit, real life gruesome shit. Okay. That wasn't the thing for me, but I know a lot of people have never seen that stuff before. I saw a video of a woman who was a liberal who had never seen that before, and she was bawling her eyes out for him. Like, I've seen people talk about who have been in war, people who have been in warfare, that this has affected them more because even at least in warfare, you expect to see that. And they said that this was just something that, like, the whole, guys, it's not like a school. It's not. I'm sorry. Like, the school shooting thing in Colorado was bad. It's not. This is worse. The reason this is worse is because everyone fucking saw that. Everyone had 4K footage of it in their face in real time. Like, it is not the same fucking thing. It's not. Like, this is a worldwide trauma. You got people in New Zealand doing the fucking haka for Charlie Kirk. Okay, this is not, you guys have no idea what can of worms just fucking opened up. This isn't even just American conservative. This is going to be a worldwide conservative movement. Worldwide. Charlie Kirk was not just an American. Like, people watched him around the world. Like, you have no idea what can of worms just opened up. You have no idea. You have no idea what kind of, like, stuff's about to start popping off. Like, I'm sure that like, we've already seen a person get the shit beat out of them for saying F Charlie Kirk when they were going by during a vigil. The absolute shit beat out of them. And most of the comments, my favorite comment was, that's awful. They shouldn't do 4-on-1. They should have invited me. There's no way he could have taken 5 of us on. Like, guys, there's nothing you can say or do. The movement, the red wave is coming. It's coming. It's coming. People are sick and tired. People are tired of this. People are tired of watching all this shit go down. They're tired of the, you know, they're tired of the whole be quiet or else mentality. They're tired. People are tired of it. I'm tired of it. Everyone's tired of it. It's coming. It's coming. I hope y'all are ready for it. But at the end of the day, guys, there's hope to be had, right? But one thing you got to understand right now about me, and you need to unfollow me if you're not about this. If you don't choose a fucking side, I don't care if you're left or right, okay? It's not about that. It's about choosing a fucking side and being like, okay, I believe in this. It's about identifying. It's about setting a standard for your life. The reason a lot of you struggle right now is because there's no standards in your life. There's no, oh, I got to get up at this time because of this. There's no, like, fucking, there's nothing. You got nothing. And so because of that, that's where a lot of this anxiety is coming from. That's where a lot of this depression is coming from. That's where all of this is stemming from, is that we're not taking care of ourselves and filling up our own cup. We're worried about other people. And you cannot help people if you can't take care of yourself. It's not going to happen. It will not happen. You are going to harm them more trying to make yourself feel good with this martyr complex you got going on. That's fucked up. That's about you. That's not about other people. Like, come on, guys. Be so for real. And I wanted to make this live stream just for that reason. You guys need to know my stance on a lot of this stuff because there's a few reasons why. One, you guys need to trust me, right? You don't trust me by me staying quiet about stuff that I'm very passionate about. You don't. It doesn't sound, you can hear me not being trustworthy with you, okay? I'm not going to be that fucking guy. I'm the most blunt guy for a reason. So I can get you guys real, like, what I think about situations. Okay? What I think about, like, hey, if you aren't fucking doing something for your health the right way, I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, good job, you're doing the right thing. No, that's called enabling, and that's just as bad. Okay? Some of you guys are, again, I got to stop. We've already been going for almost an hour. But again, there's not going to be a ton of these, like, political-esque live streams, but there will be, like, if there's a standard that I need to uphold to, there's going to be a live stream about it. Especially to the public, because you guys need to know my stance on this type of stuff. You guys need to know what you're getting into when you sign up for my training. You guys need to know what you're getting into when you even watch my content. Because I'm here to help people who are tired of being the fearful type of people. I'm here to help people who are ready to make change and stop hiding under a fucking rock. Okay? I'm tired of that bullshit. That is some pussy ass shit, and this is the savage fucking standard. No. Straight up, no. You're not crossing my standard. Period. That's all I got. I love you guys. That's all I got for you guys today. Again, this is more about standards than anything else. And I do think a lot of people are struggling because there are no standards. Their cup is empty. They don't know what else to do. And it all starts there, guys. We got to heal America. This is not a left or right thing. This is an American thing. Okay? You need to choose a side so that we can progress, so that we can debate each other and figure out what is the right path. Okay? This is not left or right. This is about choosing. Make a fucking choice. I love you.